In today's video, we're going to learn all about homophones. What are homophones? Why are they important? But not only that, we'll also take a look at the examples of common homophones in the English language and share with you a few tips and ideas to learn the spelling of these extremely tricky words. So let's get started. So what are homophones? What is this strange name all about? Homo, same, phone, sound. So the name itself gives some very important clues about what they are. Homophones are words that sound just the same but have different meanings and can be spelled differently, and in fact, they usually are. For instance, here and here. I can hear a voice. Yes, it's me. I'm right here. Are these two words homophones? Let's see. They sound the same, but have completely different spellings and meanings. Therefore, yes, they are homophones. I know, this is really tricky. In fact, homophones cause a lot of confusion among native English speakers and non-native English speakers alike. Usually, among native English speakers, the confusion occurs when they are learning to spell. For English learners, the confusion goes beyond spelling. Way too often, non-native English speakers, probably deceived by the different spellings homophones have, attempt to read and pronounce homophone pairs differently. They are convinced that there has to be a difference in pronunciation. Otherwise, why would they be spelled differently, right? Well, for a question, and we will attempt to answer it as well later on in the video. But first, let's look at some examples of common homophone pairs and even trios sometimes. If you'd like an even more comprehensive list, by the way, you'll have the opportunity to download one for free in the video description. Bee. I'm as busy as a bee. What would you like to be when you grow up? Beach. I like going to the beach. Beach is a type of tree. Bean. Have you been to the movies? I like beans on toast. Break. Remember to use your brake pedal to stop. I'm on my lunch break. Buy. I buy food in the supermarket. This is due by Friday. Bye-bye. Sell. I sell bracelets. Would you like one? My cell has no battery. Chili. I love chili con carne. Is Chile in here? Chile is a country in South America. Choose. He chews his food a lot. What color do you choose? Creek. There was a creek in the floor as he stepped on it. Don't bathe in the creek. Water is polluted. Deer. Dear Granny, I miss you. Deer can run very fast. Die. If you don't water the plants, they die. I love your tie-dye t-shirt. Site. Wow, what a beautiful site. They are working on site today. Eye. Something went in my eye. I love strawberries. I means yes. Fair. That's not fair. What's the train fare? Find. Let's find Lisa. He was fined by the policeman. Flower. I need flour for the cake. That's a beautiful flower. 4. This is for you. She's 4 years old. Heel. She's got a blister on her heel. Let it heal. He'll be here soon. Here. Are you here? I can't hear you. Hears. She hears noises. Here's my gift for you. Hi. Hi, hello. That's too high for me. Hour. I'll be back in an hour. Welcome to our house. It's. The dog ate its food. It's 5 o'clock. Knot. You have a big knot in your hair. That's not hot. New. I wish I knew that before. This is brand new. Night. The night is brave. Good night. No. Do you know where it is? No, I don't. Maid. This necklace is made of silver. Her best friend was her maid of honor. Male. I'm going to mail this letter. Male dogs are normally larger than female dogs. Meat. Carnivores eat meat. It's really nice to meet you. Muscle. She has a strained muscle. Have you tried muscles before? Pale. Bring over the pail of red paint. Is she okay? She's very pale. Pear. I need a new pair of shoes. I will pair your fingernails. Do you prefer an apple or a pear? Plain. The wall is very plain. Are you taking the plane? Right. Is it right or wrong? I need to write an essay. The rite of communion is important for Catholics. Sail. We're going to sail on a boat along the coast. It goes on sale tomorrow. Sea. Is the sea safe today? Can you see me? Stairs. I'll take the stairs. He stares at me. Sunday. I love strawberry sundae. I don't go to school on Sunday. Tail. The squirrel has a fluffy tail. The movie is based upon a tale. Tea. I love cold tea in the summer. I love your t-shirt. Their car is brand new. Can you pass me the ball? There you are. They're really nice people. Theirs. Is the car theirs or is it rented? Hurry up, there's no time to lose. 2. I give this to you. I am happy too. She's 2 years old. Waste. These pants have an elastic waist. Don't waste water. Wait. He doesn't like to wait. How much does it weigh? Wood. This table is made of wood. Would you like something to eat? You're a great friend. Your lesson starts in 2 minutes. How to teach homophones. First of all, awareness is key. Explain to your students how words that sound the same can have different meanings and spellings. Always use your homophones in context. Using sentences like the ones we've seen before is a great idea. For certain homophones, you can go a step forward and use mnemonic sentences, where you use both homophones in one single sentence. For example, on Sunday, I have Sunday. Can I sell your cell? I write with my right hand. I can see the sea from here. Ask your students to come up with their own sentences. It's a fun exercise which not only helps you check if your students have truly understood what homophones are, but also serves as an excellent practice for spelling purposes. Link to other words your students already know and find interesting patterns and connections. For instance, these examples may help. Here, link to words like there or where, as they are all words that denote position. Here, it's easy to link to the word ear, as you hear with your ears, which is almost spelled the same. Would, link to should and could, as they all share similar spelling patterns and are all auxiliary verbs that express possibility, as opposed to the spelling of its homophone, would. The spellings we'll take a look at now are especially tricky for most kids, but hopefully these tips will help you out. Your versus your, their versus their, and their. Take a sample sentence. Can you replace your with you are? For instance, you're a star, well done. Can you replace your with you are? If you can, your with an apostrophe is the right spelling. So let's give it a try. You are a star, well done. Yes, you can replace your with you are in this sentence. Therefore, your with an apostrophe is the right spelling. We can use exactly the same trick for their and they are. For instance, in the sentence, oh no, they're late for school. Can you replace their with they are? Let's give it a try. Oh no, they are late for school. Yes, we can replace their with they are. Therefore, their with an apostrophe is the right spelling. As we've seen before, there denotes position and is linked to here and where, as they also talk about position in space. So, if after saying your sample sentence you ask where and there is an answer that would make actual sense, that's the spelling you're looking for. For instance, I left it over there. Where? There. As opposed to, they are beautiful. Where? There. This answer doesn't make any sense. However, can I replace there with they are in this sentence, as in they are beautiful? Yes, I can. Therefore, there with an apostrophe is the right spelling in this case. 2. 2, as in I gave it to you, it's spelled with only one O. 2, as in wait for me, I'm going to, means also extra, more than one. This little trick can help us remember to add an extra O to indicate more. 2, as in she's 2 years old. Link to words like 20, twin, or twice. Take a look at these words, by the way. Can you see how the TW spelling is actually used in words that are somehow related to the number 2? Some spellings are more logical than you expect if you just looked close enough, so let's be word detectives. For instance, words that come from the same base word. Right versus right versus right. Right cannot be spelled as right or right because it's linked to the word ritual. Both right and ritual come from the same base word, the Latin word ritus, and in fact, they both have similar meanings. And by the way, for the word write, as in I write letters to my friend, I'd like to share 2 cool tips that I use, even though in this case, these tips have nothing to do with etymology, that is the base word, the word they come from. Anyway, I'll share them with you. Tip number 1. I like to say, what do you normally write? Words, right? The word words starts with W, so don't forget to add your W in the word write. Tip number 2. The WR digraph, as in write, wrist, or wrap, is normally used to refer to things that we can twist. When you're writing, you're twisting the shapes of the letters. That explains the W. Being a word detective. Allowed versus allowed. Allowed is linked to the word allowed. I allow myself to ask for help. Asking for help is allowed. Allowed is linked to the word loud. That's too loud. She read the story aloud so everyone could hear. Cause versus cause. Cause is linked to the word because, which by the way means by cause, by reason. Of course, this logic cannot be so easily found for all homophone words. However, if you can find these relationships, it's really helpful because all of a sudden, spellings do make sense this way. The trick really is finding something that will facilitate memorization. Other ideas. Use visual aids such as flashcards or posters with homophones. Encourage your students to make their own homophone lists, writing the definition for each word next to it and a sample sentence. Fill in the blank exercises. Dictation with homophone pairs. Matching games. Quizzes. And of course, exposure and repetition to words until your kids naturalize the right spelling in the right context. Remember, you can download our comprehensive list of homophones in the video description. However, a word of caution here, do not overwhelm your students trying to teach them all or all homophones at the same time. In fact, I do not recommend concentrating on homophone pairs with beginning readers and young children, struggling readers, or if your child struggles with spelling. In such cases, introduce one spelling at a time and only move on to the next possible spelling after your students have fully mastered the first one. That's probably the right time to start talking about homophones and their different spellings. Why are there so many homophones in English? There are over 6,000 homophones in English. That is a ton of homophones, way more than other languages. Why? English pronunciation has greatly evolved along the years. In many cases, these words were not homophones, but became homophones through changes in pronunciation. For instance, take the word right, that comes from Old English. In Old English, this word probably sounded something like richt. Note how the letter H is not silent and the vowel I is not long. Pronunciation evolved. In the word right, the W was also pronounced until the 16th century. Have you ever heard of the Great Vowel Shift? This name was coined to talk about that process which profoundly changed English pronunciation and took place during the 1500s. This major change in English pronunciation affected especially vowels, but not only vowels. The result of all these changes was not only disparity between standardized spelling and actual pronunciation, but also homophones. But that's a story for another day. Remember, you can download our comprehensive list of homophones in the video description.